Hi there. I am, as you can probably see, back in my own world. We will go back to Mine C at some point because it's fun. But we have some things to talk about today. As you probably can tell by the title of the video, I am frustrated. Well, I was. It's over now. But by the way, the lost part and the frustrated part of the title, two separate things. It's not about me being lost and frustrated. It's about me being frustrated and then something else. Now let's start with the frustrated part. I was going to start a new game today, and I am starting a new game today, a new series. We're getting to that. But I was originally going to do something else, and I will still probably do it at some point. I might just reveal what I was going to be playing. My original idea was to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3. So I found my old CD-ROM. After a long, long time, I looked everywhere. That was the first frustrating thing. This is actually a frustration in like 10 chapters. And this is pretty much my entire day yesterday we're talking about here. That was one frustrating day. So yeah, the first frustrating thing was to find the game. I finally found it, and I was about ready to install. So I clicked on the close up. I clicked on the icon, the setup, and that whole round circle that tells you, "Hey, I'm doing stuff." That started rotating, and then nothing. Okay. Huh. So I tried different compatibility modes. No, it didn't work. I tried running as administrator. Well, actually, I did that to begin with, but nothing. It wouldn't. It wasn't that I couldn't install the game. It was I couldn't even run the installer. That was frustration number two. So I decided to look it up on the internet. Let's actually get into first person. I looked it up on the internet. So I went to Google, searched for the how to install Heroes of Might and Magic 3 on Windows 7, and that became the frustrating thing number 3 because I either got really, really vague answers like, oh, you have to do it in compatibility mode this and nothing more, which I have already tried, or and this is the worst thing. I've seen this so many times in like these, hey, can you help me with something kind of forums, and it's like, so you have this guy saying, hey, in this case, can you help? Can anybody tell me how to uh, get Heroes of Might and Magic 3 running on Windows 7? And then instead of helping, we get like 7 or 8 people saying, I have the same problem, which is okay, it's a little frustrating, but still. And then it ends with him saying, oh, I figured it out, it's no problem. And that's it. I've run across forum posts like that so many times. How about actually writing how you figured it out, what you did to do it? But no, no, no. No need helping other people. If you solve the problem, well, that's it. That was what it was all about, right? Getting your own problem solved. So that didn't help me at all. And but this time I was getting really, really frustrated, but the day was far from over. Next thing I tried was to install Virtual PC. And I did. I installed the virtual PC, and I thought, why not install virtual Windows XP? Windows XP, pretty much all of the older games could still run on XP. This was before Windows decided that their operating systems should not be compatible with anything. So I installed the Windows XP, and guess what? Here is frustration number 4. Or was it 5? No, I think it was 4. It turns out that Microsoft has been incredible douchebags and made it impossible for people with the home version of Windows 7 to run a virtual desktop. I mean, What the fuck? Yeah, let's make a program and that only people who bought the professional edition of Windows can use. What a bunch of dicks. And by then, I pretty much gave up on installing Heroes of Might and Magic 7. And before we move on to the next set of frustrations, let's just talk a little bit about this thing that the gaming industry seems to be doing today, these days. Instead of making a patch or a new installer or a front end for their game which people could then download and use with the older versions of the game which they've already paid money for. No, companies instead say, oh yeah, we're re-releasing this game in a version that can run on modern systems, and just so you don't feel cheated, we're gonna improve like the graphics like 5% and maybe the overall game like 1%, and you still have to pay full price for our game because it is a new release. Bull fucking shit. I hate when companies do that. I mean, we have that good old games, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good thing." Is it? Is it a good thing? They're re-releasing games to make them run on newer computers, newer systems. Is it really that hard to make some kind of a patch or installer or front end that would make the games run? Sierra did it. Sierra has actually provided for free all people with installers and patches that make it possible to run their older games on modern systems. That's how I was able to install Phantasmagoria, which is from 1995. Heroes of Might and Magic is actually newer than that, as far as I know. So that's really annoying that I really don't feel like going out and paying for a game I already own. That seems so incredibly dumb. But if I want to be able to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 on YouTube, I guess I will have to actually buy the game again. Okay, so it's not that much money, but still, it's fucking annoying. I already own the game. I can prove I own the game. They should give a new version of the games to me for free. I've already paid them once. I shouldn't be able to pay twice. I mean, if the game was broken, if the CD-ROM was scratched or broken or something like that, then yes, I should go out and buy a new game. That would make sense. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with the CD-ROM. It works perfectly. It just doesn't run on Windows 7. Another thing they're doing right now is that whole remastered thing. It's so fucking stupid. Resident Evil remastered. I think actually there's an HD remastered version of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 now, which we really don't need. If any games really weren't about graphics, it was Heroes of Might and Magic 3. The graphics in that game was fitted perfectly with that game. And then we have the remastered version of Gabriel Knight, which is just bullshit. Because as far as I know, they actually exchanged the voice actors. In the original Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, we had Tim Curry and Mark Hamill as voice actors, and so they removed them. What the fuck is wrong with people? They didn't even use the original voice actors. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So yeah, and Monkey Island got remastered, and to be honest, I really hated how they made it look. We don't need all these remastered versions of games. Is it really? Is people really that hung up on graphics? That's kind of sad. That makes me a bit sad, to be honest. And graphics isn't everything. Yes, I like good graphics, but I would not buy a game just to get better graphics if I already owned the game or had played the original game. How about spending time and effort making new games instead of remastering your old games? If the new generation really can't play the old games because the graphics sucks, well then fuck them. I'm not joking. It's the same with movies. If they can't watch a movie because it's old or a foreign language, then let them not watch it. If I ever made a movie, I would make sure that no one, or a video game, I would make sure that no one was ever able to remake it uh, ever, because that's so bullshit. To the younger generations, please enjoy the older games. Please enjoy the older movies. Fuck the remakes. It's not worth it. Think of all the amazing games and all the amazing movies that could be made if people stopped remaking stuff, rebooting stuff. I mean, I really don't give a shit about playing a game that I've already played just to get better graphics. That's that's dumb. I repeat, that's dumb. Anyway, back to the frustrations. So, I gave up on Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It was a dead end. And this is actually the last frustration. Well, there were some other frustrations later on, but those were non computer related. But the next frustration was that I thought, hey, let's do a let's play of Heroes of no, wait, wrong game. Of Rise of the Triad. And so I put in my Rise of the Triad CD-ROM and was about to install it, and it said, "Oh yeah, you can run this on a 64-bit system." Fuck! That was my backup plan. So I gave up. Well, for yesterday I gave up. Don't worry, you do get a new series today, but not the ones that I had planned originally. So that was really stupid. Just to talk a little bit about my later frustrations. Well, one, it was the weather was fucking shit, so I didn't get any grocery done, and kind of had to eat whatever I could find. That was really frustrating because I was really hungry most of the day. And then my pen, my only fucking pen disappeared. I found it. Well, actually, I found another I didn't know I owned. But I spent like an hour looking for it. So yeah, that was yesterday was a shitty day. It wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating. But it was a frustrating day. Now, let's talk about the game that I am playing. Where did that guy go? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, I am playing Lost, the game, based on the hit TV series. That's right. I recorded the first 3 episodes earlier today. Um, I already knew before I started playing it that this probably wouldn't be that great of a game. It had gotten really shitty reviews, and also the footage I'd seen, I'd say, yeah, it didn't look good. But you know what? Fuck that. Lost was one of the best TV shows ever. I really love it. It's amazing. I actually only owned the first season on DVD. I'm planning on getting the rest of them as well. But yeah, Lost was an amazing show, and I have a feeling that a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people that didn't like the show, well, it was because they didn't get it. It was a confusing show, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about if you didn't understand it. It was complicated. It was like puzzling, and it's the same reason why there's a lot of people who don't like David Lynch or Frederick Fellini or Ingmar Bergman. They all make kind of really weird, confusing movies, and I really loved Lost. So I decided to play the game. It's a third person kind of exploration I guess some adventure part games. It plays a little bit like an MMO. You get some quests and you have to go talk to people and stuff like that. It's not a great game, but actually it's quite it's kind of fun. So yeah, Lost the game. You'll get like the first three videos today, and I'm hoping you'll enjoy that. But here's the thing: if you haven't watched the show, I would, or at least if you're planning on watch the show and haven't watched it yet, I would not watch the playthrough. I think that there is going to be spoilers. There's actually a few early spoilers, but nothing really that much. If you've seen like the first two episodes so far of the bit I've played yet, so far, it really isn't any other spoilers. But there probably will be spoilers because it takes place. You play a different character that wasn't in the original show, but all the characters from the show are there, and the events it takes place like parallels. So there will be you will be hearing about some of the events of the show. So be careful. There might be spoilers. So yeah, Lost the game starts a little bit later today. Also today you will be getting Fallen Earth, the next episode in that series. It's a kind of weird episode because I'm kind of all over the place. I'm singing too. Was I singing? Or was that in Lost? I think I sang in both series actually. So if you don't like me singing, well, fuck you. Anyway, oh yeah, one last thing that I'd like to say. It's brought to my attention that YouTube has actually made some changes again. Some unwanted, unnecessary, and really annoying changes. I found out about this yesterday. It turns out that you now have to go to the let's begin a little bit further back. Some of you might have noticed that some of the videos that you subscribe to, some channels you subscribe to, their videos haven't been seen, haven't been coming to your news feed. Actually, I haven't had that problem myself, but others have apparently. I guess it's depends on where in the world you live. I don't know. But it turns out that YouTube made a new change. So now you have to go to the person you subscribe to. Go to his YouTube channel. Then right next to where it says that you're subscribed, there's kind of like a cogwheel or a star or a circle. I don't know what it is, but it's there. You have to click that, and then you can check a box that says something about send me updates and stuff like that. Apparently, that's you need to do that now to get videos, to actually get videos sent to your subscription feed. Now, I tried that on a channel, and it turned out that it was actually unchecked, but I had gotten subscription videos from then in my news feed, so I don't know what it was about. So I thought at first that, oh, maybe this is actually about getting like this, messages on your email, but it doesn't seem like it is that because I haven't gotten any. So uh, that would actually explain why my views had dropped recently, because I had gotten really, really high views lately, and then suddenly the views dropped. It might not be the only explanation. Maybe people has been busy. I don't know, but it could be a possible explanation. And so yeah, so you should probably check that out. I don't know if I explained it good, but explained it well. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, Lost the game starts today. 3 videos each Wednesday, and yeah. Oh, sorry about Oh, I mentioned that yesterday about only 2 Duke videos. Uh, that was, I don't know how I could fuck that one up. But yeah, I think this is it for today. So check out my new my new series, and I'll see what I can do about some Heroes of Might and Magic 3 because I do really want to play it here on my channel because it's an amazing game. So I'll see what I can do. If anybody knows of a way in which I can install it, um, I have Windows 7, the Home Edition, and I'm on a 64-bit system. I have the original Heroes of Might and Magic 3 with the Hand of Shadow expansion on it. It was a double disc. It's not the complete edition. It's not the HD edition. Uh, so if anybody knows of any hints on how I can, what happens is that I click it. Absolutely nothing happens. It doesn't even tell me you can't do this. It just does nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna end it now because this has been going on far too long. So I'll see you a little bit later for some Lost. Remember, careful. The show might give spoilers, so if you haven't seen the series, seen the TV show, you might not want to watch the game. But if you have, then you should watch the game because it's amazing in a very crappy way. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna end it now for real.